player in the country. One more season for the Buckeyes. Back to you.
All right, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Joseph from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. On the ground inside, it's Jackson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense, aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. St. Clair, under fire, quickly out to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. That is not helpful at all as the ball goes out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And what great field position to start. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Wide receiver going in motion. Joseph bringing the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Nice move there. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Coming to the line looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Throwing Joseph. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And defensively on third down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the fourth down.
Makes a grab past the marker. Got enough space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Badgers!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the delay, it's Jackson. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job.
Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback making checks. St. Clair from the gun on third down. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return. This should be the last play of the quarter. Joseph. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. On the move, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Sends it back in motion. Throwing St. Clair. Just a short pass to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Oh, they're after him! And it's a sack.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. St. Clair. Here comes the heat. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Joseph on the play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. St. Clair hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Preseason rankings may not mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but the hype factor, man, off the charts when you start the season as the top dog.
Preseason #1 ranking, part of that because of the success last year, part of that because of the talent they have on the roster. But David, now you've got to go out and prove it. I know this team has been very hungry and very excited to finally do that today.
Yeah, and you're the #1 team, so you're getting a lot of pats on the back, and I think the coach is going to be like, all right, listen, let's go earn this. This team has done nothing. We haven't earned anything. Today starts that march where we get to earn something.
Run the gun on third down, St. Clair. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play, but if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Throwing Joseph. Pulls it in. It's Kearney. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Non-native receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Badgers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Plucks it out of the air. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more. But no question, they have got to tackle better on the back end.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
So a quick timeout called by the offense, and if they move efficiently, they might have opportunity to run a play and stop the clock again. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to slam in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. DBs will try to keep everything in front. On the run, it's Jackson. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Louisville, taking on the number 9 team, the Ole Miss Rebels.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return.
And it's the Cardinals, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tavian on the play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Knocked away at the last minute. His precision defensive back play there.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time.
Could be an alley. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And that is such great execution by this offense. Third down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
Tough to get a rhythm off the bench, and the first one is incomplete.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Might be calling a hot route. Say it. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Rushes on him. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Defense in press coverage. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Got a little grass. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Badgers have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it to the right side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. The throw to the outside is complete. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he's a problem.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Play fake, say it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Hey, man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet young.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Gonna let it fly. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Joseph, under fire, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Finds him. Here's a little room there. The 40, inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Badger! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Might be changing the route. Here's Ncaa to throw. Got a man. It's Jackson. Still running at the 40. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
That's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle in this.
There he goes. Into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to game tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Throwing Joseph. Quick completion on the out. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Pulls it in. It's Rigby. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Again, it's Joseph. Here's the pressure. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Got enough for the first. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Ready, go!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the point after is good. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. Throwing, saying. Looking to scramble. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Here's a heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Ncaa. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive.
Unleashes one deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Saying back to the air. Looking left. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And the Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd. Tries
again to get it in. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Ncaa. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Makes it past the marker. There's some room. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and